Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently in need of doing a few repairs, so let's just go ahead and take forward those 3 days, and that will also give us back most of our mech warriors. We'll get the rest back in another 2 days. And I think that's okay. Let's go ahead and take forward those 2 days. Perfect. Let's go through our barracks here, see if anybody needs any training. So far, these all look good. El Duce could use some piloting, I suppose. Falcon could too. Excellent. Anybody else? Scrub could use some guts, I suppose, but honestly, I feel like tactics is better for him. We don't really need guts for vehicle pilots. So same thing for Woody, honestly. We'll just go for tactics. Excellent. And now we are pretty much ready to deploy. These are some very, very low-level missions. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, there was another patch, and they fixed that issue where the deploy wasn't despawning, so hopefully that will be properly fixed. 1.7 million with 6 max salvage. It's a blackout mission. And a lance tonnage maximum. Is that tonnage maximum... Is this a double salvage? Yes, it is. Is that tonnage maximum 400 tons? Yes. And we don't get the mech leopard. I think I'll hold off on that one. This assassinate, on the other hand, we could probably swing this pretty easily. I don't know that this is worth the pay for the single priority salvage, but we'll just pop this in here like so, and we don't have the ability to drop another 50 tons, do we? No, we don't. Okay, that is fine. We're at our weight limit right now, so let's just go ahead and deploy this as is. Let's finish up this assassinate. We should be able to get in and out pretty quickly here, I hope. That would be the ideal scenario. Pretty soon we're going to want to move somewhere where the missions are a little bit harder, I feel like. We're starting to get some pretty good heavies rolling here. We're mostly limited right now by our weight limit. But we get that done. Honestly, we can finish up the Argo upgrades pretty easily at this location. I don't know that we're going to stay here to finish up the Argo upgrades. We may move. But I'm starting to get the itch for some slightly more tonnage mechs. That said, we are running into some of those here. But we need to destroy the commander and escape. A former Davian commander, backed by local government forces, has set up his own government. To avoid any unwanted personnel conflicts, and to save our people the stress of fighting their former comrades, the Federated Sons require a merc unit to remove this traitor and keep him from destroying his own people. Commander Davian needs this cleaned up quietly. Our intel shows the former commander has more loyal units than our employers will admit. This fight could escalate quickly, so stay alert. Indeed.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, so our drop point is here. He's up in that water. Okay. We do have allies. They're going to drop over in this area, probably. We could theoretically drop as far north as this, but this would be in deep water. We could drop perhaps here and push up over this way, but there isn't a good route down over here. We'd have to take this route. Alternatively, we could drop up in this region. So way down over here. So this would give us some options if we were to drop here. It's a little further away, but I think it's worthwhile. We can go into the water. We can go up over here, take the cover, set up a firing line here if necessary. Okay, so there's local government forces and reinforcements and the commander. The commander is here. The local government forces are here, and we see... Well, we don't know. The locust is moving.
And I forgot my beach chair.
Okay, it did 5 damage. Sure. We see a something, a couple of vehicles over here. And then this is what? Another group of vehicles? That's a mech there, as is that. But those two are vehicles. So they've got 2 vehicles over there, 2 vehicles over here, and the commander himself is up here. I'm assuming this is a full lance, so there's probably 2 more over here. Okay. Whose move is it? Aryamaki's. We'll go ahead and move forward.
On it.
Looks like visibility is not great. That may work to our advantage here.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
For right now, we're moving northward with our mechs. The Jaeger can go ahead and position here. We don't have eyes on anything just yet.
Keep your eyes peeled, Commander. This looks like an ideal place for an ambush.
Oh, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Roger.
I mean, we know where they are, so that's fine. The Harasser is going to immediately come out over this direction. We're going to send the Harasser, J. Edgar, and Maxim off to deal with these guys while we attack the guys over here. Okay, our allies have an Apollo. And the Nidhogg will come with us, by the way. Okay, so this is the Nidhogg here. And it will push up over this direction.
Confirmed.
Okay, so we do see a Prowler, a Hetzer, a Scorpion, a Commando, an Owens, and a Badger. And our hit odds are not fantastic. 11.7 is probably going to be our best. Yeah.
Engaging with target.
And we didn't expect anything out of that.
Negative damage.
That is completely fine. Okay, this is the J. Edgar, and the J. Edgar is going to come over this direction.
I'm already there.
Indeed you are.
I await your
The
command.
Archer will position over here, and we'll see what we're looking like for hit odds. Yeah, that's not worth firing.
Yeah.
The Guillotine will just position up here, and we'll pot shot this guy. We expect very little from this. 0.9%. Yeah.
Negative damage.
We're just pot shotting. Allied Striker moves up. That's completely fine. This guy moves now, I think. I'm not sure who moved there.
Need something, Chief?
Yep, the Maxim is going to come off over this direction.
Understood. Moving fast.
These 3 will hopefully be able to deal with that up there. I'm not sure if that's a short lance or not. We'll see. We just exited combat. And we're back in combat. But this round,
I'll do it.
we exit combat. So we're going to close in this round then. This is the Hunchy, and we're going to position up over here.
Position confirmed.
The Chameleon will come up over here as well into this cover. And you will sit back over here. The Nidhogg will also move up. The J. Edgar, I wish we didn't drop combat. We do see that there is a wheeled APC over here. We're going to position all the way up here.
On my way.
I would love if we were in combat right now. But the Maxim will come up here as well, as will the Harasser.
I'm there.
Okay. Now we're back in combat. So we essentially just got a free movement turn, and I am very, very okay with that. We're going to position the Nidhogg here.
Moving to position.
And we're going to drop bombs on this Commando, I think. 31.5%. Yeah, we'll drop bombs on the Commando. We will also fire the rocket packs.
Roger.
Good damage to the Commando. Wonderful.
Waiting for orders.
This Chameleon will close in up here. Only the 2 evasive pips, but that's okay. 30% versus the lower amount on the Owens means we go for the Scorpion. That's fine. 17 damage. Okay.
Commander.
The Jaeger will move up over here. And whatever's the best hit odds. 52.7. That's not bad. 24.8, 12.9, 30.4. The Scorpion it is. Ooh, that's a one-shot. I like it.
Vehicle trashed.
Good shooting. We do see that that's a Caesar. Okay. That's a Thumper Hetzer. Absolutely noted. We don't really want that Thumper Hetzer doing too much. We're going to open fire on it with the Clan ER PPC. I doubt we're going to do too much with that. Yeah, we missed. That's fine. Okay. This Chameleon, since that is a Thumper, we would like to be a bit spread out here. We'll position up over here. It's not ideal, but we'll fire on this Commando. Okay, that was actually some internal damage there. And now it's our J. Edgar's turn. The J. Edgar is absolutely going to come over here and attack that Thumper rear arc. There's this position, and this position for rear arc. We'll take this one.
Going full throttle.
Okay. Light him up.
Firing all weapons.
That was pretty good, actually. Oh, wait. We hit the turret, didn't we? Okay. That was at least one PPC and a Gauss on that Caesar. Okay. That's fine.
Receiving you.
I'm not tremendously concerned about that right now. We have already moved this Chameleon. I'm going to sprint the Hunchy forward because of the Thumper. And we're going to fire on that Commando with everything we've got. That did okay. Not great, but okay. Commando moves up. Fires on the Hunchy, does a little bit of damage, but the Commando's really no match for the Hunchy, and he actually killed himself there. The Chameleons can get into rear arc, so that's fine. The Harasser is now going to come over here and take up this position directly behind this Hetzer.
Double time. Let's go.
Get in there. Switch to single target flamer mode. This is likely going to kill the Hetzer. Perfect. Okay. They don't get to use their Thumper on us. That's ideal. So we've taken out 25% of each of these lances. This is just vehicles over here, so we know that our 3 vehicles are more than capable of dealing with this. The Owens is jump jetting into there, but he tagged the Hunchy. I suppose that could theoretically be problematic considering the Caesar. Okay. Hunchy's taking a bit of a beating, but we expect that.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Hunchy is kind of a medium juggernaut, so it's fine. Okay, that's that Hunter. Firing on the Harasser. It did a little bit of damage, but we should be able to take that out once we move the Maxim, which I think is probably now or very close to it. Okay, this is side arc over here. 22%. The Caesar is 17. I don't think that's worth shooting. The Commando might well be worth shooting, though. 24%. Let's do that.
Welcome to my outfit.
Okay, a crit on the gyro.
I think I hit something good.
It could have been better, to be sure. Striker moves up, does not fire. An SRM2, okay, that's adorable. That is absolutely adorable. Our Apollo friend moves up, attacks the Commando, puts a little bit of armor damage in there. It is, of course, that Caesar that's threatening. Prowler moves over, fires on our Maxim. That's not a problem. Okay, now it should be the Maxim's turn. Indeed it is. We're going to move in directly behind this Hunter.
Copy that.
And we could go for the Prowler, but why would we do that? We're going to use our Inferno rounds on the Hunter. This is probably a dead Hunter. It's not quite dead, actually. No hits on that commando. I'm not surprised, given that it's indirect and at that range. Okay, our
Standing
turn.
by.
So, at this point, the chameleon here is going to come in and attack this badger, perhaps? I'm not sure we actually can. Okay, that's fine.
Commander.
The chameleon will just move in to be somewhere like here.
Roger.
And I think we'll go for the commando. We have kill pressure on it, so that's fine. Let's get that sweet, sweet damage transfer in there.
Target.
That was a lot.
Got hit.
The commando is pretty useless now.
What can I do for you?
We're going to take the chameleon, the other chameleon, in over, ideally behind this Owens. Oh, we can. We totally can. If we hit this melee attack, the Owens is dead. We're probably not going to. We're probably going to miss virtually everything here. But it's still a risk I'm willing to take.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Hey, stay in the crosshairs.
We got a couple of hits in. Okay, softened up his rear arc a bit. That's fine.
Ready for
So the Hunchy is, at this point, going to come in behind the Badger. 100%. We're going to come in, step on it behind the Badger. Now, this is flames on the way, and this would likely overheat us. I'm not going to fire this medium laser aggro. Actually, I'm going to accept this.
heading out.
Let's just go on in.
Engaging.
Boop. Structure exposure already. The Badger didn't die,
Levels.
mostly because our damage got very spread out there, but it's very, very close. Locust firing on the commando, it could very easily kill it. As a knockdown on the commando, maybe the commando dies to the knockdown, or the pilot ejects, maybe? No, pilot didn't eject. But their Apollo definitely will finish that off. Wheeled APC not really doing much. We're going to send the Nidhogg up after the Caesar, for sure. As soon as we can move the Nidhogg, which is actually right now. So we're going to come up over this way. I do want to sprint. We're going to move up.
On it.
We've ECM jammed the Caesar, and we're going to hit him with everything that the Nidhogg has.
Primary target
Okay.
damage, Commander.
That's a decent hit there. The Apollo comes up, fires on the Hunter. You know, I would have thought that it would have gone for the Commando there,
Yes.
but okay, whatever. We're going to take the J. Edgar in behind the wheeled APC,
Move order received.
and we're going to light this guy up rear arc. He has 50 HP. This could very easily theoretically kill him.
All weapons are go.
And it did.
Mess him up good.
Wonderful. Next up, the Guillotine. We're going to move the Guillotine up to here.
Copy that.
And I think we fire on... Let's checking hit odds here. 30% over there. I think we'll fire on this Caesar.
Firing.
I don't expect that we hit, but we'll keep the pressure on.
I missed.
Okay.
Ready for orders.
The Archer will step up here. The question is, who do we want to go for? The answer is not the Commando, perhaps the Badger. 15%, 40% on the Caesar. Definitely the Caesar.
Taking the shot.
Another good armor reduction there. He's now unsteady. He moves phase 14, though.
Yep.
The Jaeger, however, can move up to here
Got it.
and has a clear LOS here. This is only 40%, but if we hit hard. Yeah, that's a structure exposure. In the arm? Okay. They're firing on the Nidhogg. That's completely fine. So this guy will move relatively soon. Hunter backs off. Fine.
What's up, boss?
The Maxim will come in directly behind him and finish him off. There's no way that the Hunter survives this. There we go.
Vehicle trashed.
Excellent. Phase 15. So one of the guys up here. Okay, that's completely fine. It'll be the Owens. It's phase 14 that the Caesar moves. We do have a phase 14 mover. The Owens jumps. Backstabs the Chameleon there, but doesn't break the armor. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
That's completely fine. The Harasser is now going to come in behind the Prowler.
Acknowledged.
And we're going to light this guy up. Once again, this could very easily be a kill, but it may not.
Target locked.
Yeah. Damage spread out a little bit more than it needed to. Okay, now they're going to move the Caesar. Yep. Fire on the Nidhogg. That's expected. What are those, large pulses? Regardless, they missed the ballistic attack. In the water, their heat is doing completely fine, so no concerns there. The Badger moves out of the fire and blows itself up. Perfect. The Striker fires on the Commando, it's probably dead. Engine crit, but it lives. Pilot ejects. Okay. That is why we weren't focusing on the Commando there, was to allow them to do that. Okay. Armor's still holding on the Harasser, shockingly. And now it's the next round. This is probably the final round here, honestly. Now, the Chameleon would have to park in this fire, and I'm reasonably okay with that. We'll park the Chameleon right here. And hopefully we'll get this Owens unsteady. We're not going to fire the ER medium for heat purposes, though. I mean, these weapons aren't particularly effective for making them unsteady, but that's okay. Side arc looks like it's the only way that we can attack. We'll go ahead and kick front arc here.
You betcha. Going
Okay, we did land that. That means that this guy's definitely unsteady now. Excellent.
Want some more? Huh?
Allied Locust moves up, fires on the Owens, does nothing. Fairly expected. Whose move is it next? The Hunchies. Okay, this is definitely flames on the way. So we are going to kick this guy. We're not going to fire... Let's see here. Is Agra more or less heat? That's more heat. We're not going to fire the two medium lasers, Agra, or this medium laser. Just because of heat purposes. We missed the melee, which makes me sad. That would have been a knockdown. In fact, we missed almost everything there.
I'm generating a lot of heat.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
Watch those heat
You're doing okay. We're going to move up with the guillotine.
Roger.
30%. Okay. We'll fire on the Caesar.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, we missed. That's not shocking.
orders.
Okay, now the Archer moves up.
Acknowledged.
It also will fire on the Caesar. 40% still.
Roger that.
Oh, we took out a Gauss ammo. And a double heat
That is
sink.
something good.
Indeed.
Receiving you.
The Jaeger will close in as well. 46%. Ooh, nice. I didn't expect him to die there, but there goes our target. That is wonderful.
Got something you want done?
Which means, of course, that the J. Edgar can come in behind the Prowler here
Copy that.
and heat him right on up.
Acknowledged.
Only 30 damage there, but that's acceptable.
Ready for orders.
Okay, the Nidhogg is also going to come over here. We're not going to drop the bombs at this point, but we do have some rockets left. So we're not going to drop the bombs at this range.
Firing.
Well, let's get some damage into that Prowler. Excellent. Now the Maxim can make its way up over here. This is not through fire, apparently. That's a little shocking, but okay. I'll accept it. There we go. Bunch of damage to the Prowler, which doesn't move until next round. The Owens moves now. We'll see what it decides to do.
Careful, they're looping around back.
Okay. The Owens is now completely dead. Its rear arc is now definitely exposed. It does not survive this.
Standing by.
The Harasser will go ahead and move directly in behind the Prowler.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it'll take a little burn damage. That's okay. This will almost certainly kill the Prowler.
Copy that.
There we go.
Crawler destroyed.
Excellent. Now all that's left is the Owens. They're going to rain some missiles on it. Hopefully do a little bit of stab damage. That would be nice. A little bit there, I suppose. Not all that much, though. Okay.
Receiving you.
I guess the Nidhogg will turn around and head over this way. Not that it can really do much. Sure. And then our Jaeger also can't really do too much.
I copy.
Just move up here. There we go. Now our chameleons can move in. Technically, we still can't get into this guy's rear arc. Okay. Good positioning on his part, then. This is still technically an overheat. We'll take it, though.
Move order received. Locked on.
Okay,
Visual
we missed the
attack.
melee.
Damn it.
But it doesn't matter. That's a good amount of damage in there. Hopefully enough to make this guy unsteady. Yes, it is.
Waiting on you.
Wonderful. This chameleon can get into this rear arc position. That's exactly what we're going to do.
No need to tell me
This
twice.
guy is unsteady now. There's a hip destruction and a leg destruction, so that's a guaranteed knockdown.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
And a lot of damage into that side arc.
Yeah.
There's a
Get
knockdown
Brian Egg in here.
and a shoulder destruction.
Getting pretty hot
Nice.
here, Commander.
Locust firing on that Owens, doing a little damage. It's the Hunchy that's going to finish it off, though. In all honesty.
Orders.
The Jaeger isn't going to do much here. He can make his way over, though. And the Hunchy will come on in over here. It is flames on the way. I don't think there's any real way to get around that. But we'll just walk in and melee this guy.
Locked off for physical attack.
There we go. That's a lot of internal damage. And one dead Owens.
Tango.
Now the question is, what do we get for salvage
Mission successful.
on that Caesar? I guess we're about to find out. And technically, we outnumbered the enemy. We had the 4 ally units, and we had one more than the enemy there, too. So we're definitely getting to the point where we should consider going somewhere else. I think that's pretty clear. We'll go ahead and proceed here. There are 4 Caesar parts available, but they're 4 separate priority salvages. On the other hand, there's also a Clan Gauss rifle, a Clan ERPPC available, and a Thumper artillery. We're going to take a Thumper. And 3 Thumper ammos. We already have 1 Thumper ammo, but that's what we're going to take. We'll roulette the Caesar. We didn't get it. That's okay. The Flamer, sure, we'll get rid of that. A Clan medium pulse laser we'll definitely keep around. 5 machine guns. We don't have any machine guns. A basic cockpit, get out of here. Core 100, no thanks. And sensors, basic. Okay. We'll mount that Thumper onto something a little bit later on. I was thinking about maybe having like dual Thumpers on the Jaeger, so that way we don't require the LOS that the Gauss rifles do. I don't know. I would need another one, or we could take the sniper artillery off of the Centurion and maybe mount it onto the Jaeger along with the Thumper. That said, they do have splash damage, which kind of clashes with what we're trying to do with getting in close and using flamers and punching, so that's a thing too that I'll need to think about. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here. It was only about 20k, no big deal on the repairs. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.